Okay, welcome back to Day Trade Like a Pro. I'm Ephraim. I'm the founder and CEO here, and I'm going to show you how we used an exact process and method that we use that you can copy, and how we on Friday got a 16.5 point winner out of that. So I already went live one time, and that was not working. So I didn't have the sound turned on. So let's see if we have, it looks like we have sound here this time. So let's see. I'm going to see. Okay, great. So here we go. So I think we've got sound this time. And I'm going to pull this up. So make sure you read the risk disclosure and that you understand there's risk in trading futures. All right. So let me show you how this worked out. I'm going to just show you the trade, and then I'm going to show you, like a magician, I'm going to show you the how this actually all came together. Okay, so here was the trade. So pretty simple. We bought 44.50 half right here, and we took profit at 65. And the reason why we took profit so far in front of this is Friday, kind of late in the day. Just wanted to make sure that we were gonna get our profit on the trade, and so I went a little bit more conservative than I normally would and a little bit more in front of it. So not really a big deal. Overall, that's a 14.5 point move. You can see it right here in the live trade signals. So let me just show you here. In the live trade signals, we actually tried it once, and I'm going to show you. I don't want to just, this is the point of this is not to brag to you about how we had this trade in the live trade signals. I actually want to break down the exact process that I went through to post this trade in the live trade signals. And we offered something where we just did a webinar with NinjaTrader, which was a huge success, and we offered for anyone who took a trial of live trade signals for like 147 bucks, which is absolutely a stellar deal. You're basically stealing it. We're giving you a course that I personally led where I teach all of this in depth. So you can see buying 50 half, and there's our targets, 52.50 and 65. And so you can see that obviously got filled, no problem. Okay, so that was the trade. Now let me show you where that came from, because if you were looking at this and you were looking just from a prediction point standpoint, I'm going to throw the fib in there. So 53 quarter, or maybe it is 50 half. Let's try and do that a little more. If some of you know that Omega Knight's a big fan of doing this, I'd say it's 53 quarters if I actually put it in. That would be the midpoint right there. So there you have the midpoint. So the middle of the prediction points in between those two. But let me show you how I came up with it and why I liked it. And then I'm going to show you what I missed, because we actually tried that trade. If you look, we tried the trade right here and it didn't work. So I said, let's try it again. And then it worked over here. So let me show you how I came up with that. All right, so if we go back here, this was the start of Globex right here. And then if we go right to here, in the course, which you can go sign up for, it's $147, I think. You get the course for free. I really can't believe we're doing that, but since we are doing that, I would say you should take advantage of it. And then I just have a modified fib extension tool, and it's pretty simple. I can't teach you all of why I'm doing it this way, but basically I teach that in the course. So I'm just measuring this leg that broke the prediction point, okay? And oh, I was so close. Almost had it to the exact tick. It's just slightly off. So let me see if I can get it right on it. Okay, think I got it. So all I'm doing is I'm measuring from here to there, back to the prediction point. Why? That's how I do it. Okay, and I teach all of that in the course on how to do it and what to measure and all of that. And it's a little bit of an art and mostly science. And so 50 half, you can see that right there. That's a target, but we can also use that for buying on the way back. So what do you see? The market came down right here. First time we tried it. Unsuccessful. We got stopped out by 3 ticks. Our stop was right there. We got stopped out by 3 ticks. Risk really probably should have been like down below here, but I don't believe in that kind of risk, and so we just didn't do that. Okay, so at a minimum it really should have been down below here, but again, trying to keep risk small so that the live trade signals is actually something that people can take and not something that we say, well, that one had a 10 or 20 or 30 point stop on it. So came back down here. You can see we got it right here, and then the target up to there. So why buying here? Well, one, it's the midpoint of the prediction points, and two, this happens over and over and over again where we have these targets and then they get hit like that. But I want to show you something that I missed as well. And by the way, I literally go into depth over 4 weeks of teaching the course of why I'm measuring what I'm measuring, how I'm using it. And so let me show you this one right here where we got stopped out. Let me show you something else that I missed at the time, but I went back. So I don't like missing things, so I went back and looked at it after. Okay, so I'm going to measure this next leg. So why am I not measuring any of this? Because this isn't part of what I'm considering this leg that broke above this CP. So let me show you. I'm going to measure from the bottom of this blue candle to the top of this one. That's what broke this prediction point right here. And then I'm going to move this over just so you can see. Notice how reliable that is as a target. It trades a little bit through it, but who cares? It's a reliable target. So that gives us 47.25. And then notice right here where the pullback was, so that's 50.5, and then there's 47.25, and the low right here was 47.75. And so I missed that. We should have been buying here, and then we definitely should have been buying here. Or maybe we should have not bought here this first time and we should have just bought here, because this is really market logic. We have, forget about some of the other stuff that can't, like, let's just look at this. So I taught this in the course. It's called market logic, and the market basically, if you notice what's happening, there is a stair-step pattern that the market is using to continue to go higher. Well, you see that? Looks like really weird stairs, but you can get the idea. So that's stair-stepping up. And it's using each price. It goes here, it goes there, it goes here. This should have been in our buying plan, and I just flat out missed that. And that happens sometimes, being human, I think, and it's especially part of being a trader. So I think you'd be crazy not to sign up for the course, personally. I mean, go sign up for Live Trade Signals and get the course for practically free. And you're going to learn how we're using this. And so there you go. Also, by the way, one other reason I took profit here at 65 is because we had this target at 66.25, and then we had the KP at 66.5. Anyway, I just thought it's not really worth, late on a Friday, it's not really worth trying to bet it all on a tick or two. And so I just wanted to make sure we got filled on that. So that's pretty much it on that one. So there's a lot more we could do. I'll try and do more of these as we go into the next week and kind of just give you the idea of, like, but where we're coming up with these prices, this isn't coincidence. This isn't coincidence. This isn't coincidence. Those are all there ahead of time. And, you know, those are all, this was the open, and then shortly after the open, and then right there. And imagine if you just kept buying all of those for that move up to there. And so those are all there, and those are all opportunities that are on the table, and this kind of thing happens every day. So there's a link below the video here. Go get signed up, and look forward to having you there, and we will see you in the Live Trade Signals. And thanks for being here today. Hopefully that's helpful and helps you kind of get an idea. Go watch the course, and we're going to go really into depth on why we're doing this the way we're doing it. And I will see you in the Live Trade Signals.